From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather tonight.
We're looking at a mild night to continue through the evening and the overnight hours here and through the morning hours of our Saturday. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast, and mostly cloudy to overcast with a chance of a few scattered showers working through the area for the rest of tonight and the morning hours of your Saturday here before the chance of showers and thunderstorms starts to work in, isolated in the morning, but better chances in the afternoon and especially on our Saturday evening. Temperatures not moving much at all for the rest of tonight. If anything, they may tick back up a few degrees before daybreak, closer to 59 or 60 or 61 degrees with our clouds in place and our southerly wind and moisture steadily increasing across the area. We still have this level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather in place for just about all of the viewing area for Saturday and Saturday night. It's a standard risk. The level 2 is about standard, and then from there you go up. So this is a standard level risk we have here in yellow for just about all the viewing area. This gets updated roughly about midnight tonight, and when that gets updated, we'll have the information on social media, and I'll be back at 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. with fresh information from the overnight as well. But I will tell you that, like we've been talking about the past couple days, this is one of those situations that we often see in the cooler months of the late fall and the winter, where yes, there's a potential, but if just one or two ingredients don't live up to their full expectation, the whole severe weather risk itself may kind of diminish some. No, we're not ready to sound the all clear by any means, but we've been back in the Weather Center this evening looking at some of the latest data, and we're starting to get a clearer picture of how this may evolve tomorrow. And we are seeing some paths that the storm system can take to where this may not live up to its full potential. We'll watch to see how that goes. We still want you to be ready tomorrow because there is still a severe weather risk, including a tornado risk. However, the possibility of this not living up to its full potential looks like it is starting to increase a bit. But despite that, you still need to be ready. There is a severe storm threat, including the threat of a few tornadoes. Also, a couple storms have the potential to produce 50 to 60 mile per hour straight line winds. There are a couple of ingredients that have actually made quarter-size hail with a couple of the storms a little more possible than what we earlier thought. And then also watching out for localized street flooding. But like we've been saying for several days, this is a lower end type threat, and it's also an uncertain type threat that's not guaranteed, because if one or two of these ingredients kind of get kicked out of phase with the other ones, the threat may lower a good bit. And we're starting to see signs that may try to happen tomorrow, but that's not a guarantee, and storms could still be rough. Now tonight, mostly clouded, overcast, a breezy south wind of 15 to 20 miles per hour kicking up overnight. And because of that, temperatures not really moving out of the mid to upper 50s, and they may rise toward the lower 60s toward daybreak. A few showers working through. Can't completely rule out a rumble of thunder overnight, but not expecting any severe storms overnight. The morning hours will be just isolated showers, maybe rumble of thunder as well. A few breaks of sunshine, very possible. That gets us up into the upper 60s, and for a few of us, it may be the lower 70s. So we've headed to a situation where the instability or the storm fuel is not in question anymore. That's not too often you see that during the cooler months, but we do think that the instability and the storm fuel will be there. The question marks come with whether we have enough lift out in the open warm sector during the afternoon to get maybe some supercells, and also if we have enough wind shear to get them to rotate. Some of the model data this evening is coming in saying that may not be the case. And Futurecast here, our Barron Futurecast in-house model, is one of the models that has backed off a bit on that afternoon supercell threat. They could still happen, and if they do, there is still a tornado risk, but some of the evening model data backing off on that a bit. Still by the early evening, the main band of thunderstorms coming in, but it's not even looking quite as organized as what it once was earlier in the model data. So severe weather threat not gone, but we're starting to see some signs that the severe weather threat may lower a little bit. And it was already a questionable situation. Make no mistake about that. This was never a slam dunk forecast, and we never advertised it as a slam dunk forecast. Just be aware tomorrow and you'll be just fine. Storms are moving through the area, and a lot of heavy rain is going to occur here. 1 to 2 inches of rain likely, with some isolated higher totals possible. So still watching out for that potential for street flooding. Things are also speeding up just a little bit compared to earlier model data, so that whatever severe weather threat there is tomorrow evening will likely be over by 9, 10, 11 o'clock across the viewing area as the initial line of thunderstorm sweeps in. The rain and thunder continues after midnight into toward the morning hours of our Sunday, but even the showers now looking like they move out toward daybreak or so. So even though this is a very questionable risk, and there are ways that this may not play out to its full potential, you still need to have a plan in place, and you still need to be ready in case there are severe storms tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. You need to have multiple reliable ways of hearing warnings if they're issued. And NOAA Weather Radio is a good source. The wireless emergency alerts that's built into your smartphone. Also, our free Tennessee Valley Weather app, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. You also need to know ahead of time where your safe place will be. Don't wait until the last minute and then a tornado is coming before you try to figure out where you're going to seek shelter. Make that decision now if you haven't already. You also need to think about being able to protect your head and neck from flying debris if you do have to seek shelter, because head and neck injuries from flying debris, one of the main ways that people are hurt during tornado situations. And if you're in a mobile home, you have to leave. They're wonderful, affordable housing. I lived in one for the first 34 years of my life, but they're not safe during a tornado or high straight line winds. You need to pick out a sturdy structure you're going to go to ahead of time in case storms do get rough. The best way to stay in touch with us, if you're away from your smart TV or if you're away from your computer, is the free Tennessee Valley Weather app. You can either scan the QR code on the screen or search your appropriate app store for Tennessee Valley Weather. You get the Viper Interactive Radar, our hourly and 7-day forecast, push notifications for watches and warnings, and a live streaming link to our digital weather channel 24/7. That also means you have a way to watch our live streaming severe weather coverage in your shelter location if you do have to seek shelter. This is not just about tomorrow, but anytime there's severe weather, you have all these tools available to you so you can stay in touch with weather information. We'll be right here tomorrow to track the storms for you and provide live weather coverage should warnings be issued. So a few showers tonight, a good chance of showers and thunderstorms, morning showers that are isolated, afternoon showers and thunderstorms that may be strong. More widespread stuff tomorrow evening through about midnight to 2 a.m. Severe threat, I think, is over by 10 p.m., though. Maybe some lingering showers in the Sunday morning, and then we're dry for a large part of next week, maybe all the way through Friday is how it looks now. Near 70 for most of us on Saturday, and then behind that front back into the upper 40s, and then moderating into the mid-50s as we head toward the second half of next week. So your hourly forecast for the overnight: cloudy skies, chance of isolated rain showers here and there. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder, but no severe storms expected. Temperatures holding between the mid-50s to the upper 50s and lower 60s. And we may climb in a few spots toward the lower 60s as we get closer to daybreak. And then here's your hour-by-hour breakdown of your Saturday, climbing on up into the upper 60s. A few folks hitting 70 or 71 by the afternoon. There's an all-day chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, but they're a lot more isolated before about 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. And from 2 p.m. until about 10 p.m. tomorrow afternoon and evening, that's when we'll be watching for that threat of strong to severe thunderstorms, showers ending during the morning on Sunday, and then clearing weather going into next week. There's the latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 4 a.m. with your wake-up weather forecast with the latest on the severe storm threat, and then we'll be here tomorrow and tomorrow night to track the storms for you.